Evan Lockwood was obsessed with perfection. His reflection in the mirror was his only companion, and he sculpted his body and face with an intensity that bordered on the fanatical. Each muscle was chiseled, every hair in place, but the more he perfected his exterior, the more hollow he became inside. One day, a mysterious package arrived at his doorstep. Inside was an ornate, antique mirror with an inscription, "See your true self." Intrigued, Evan hung it in his lavish living room, eager to see his impeccable form in a new light. But this mirror was no ordinary glass. As Evan gazed into it, he saw not the flawless Adonis he believed himself to be, but a grotesque, twisted figure. His perfect ABS morphed into writhing knots of flesh. His meticulously groomed hair turned into oily tendrils. His face, once his pride, contorted into a visage of horror, eyes sunken, skin sallow. Shocked, Evan smashed the mirror, but its image lingered in his mind. He isolated himself, refusing to leave his apartment, consumed by the fear that others might see the monstrosity he had become. Days turned into weeks, and his once muscled frame withered, mirroring the inner decay he could no longer ignore. In his isolation, Evan's mind fractured. He stopped eating, stopped sleeping, and the line between reality and nightmare blurred. His apartment, once a shrine to his vanity, became a prison of shadows and whispers. The mirrors he had adored now mocked him, reflecting not just his appearance, but his empty, self-obsessed soul. One cold morning, the landlord entered Evan's apartment to find him lifeless on the floor. Surrounded by shattered glass, his reflection in each shard was not the man he had so desperately tried to perfect, but the true self he had feared to face. Broken, forgotten, and utterly alone.